Well, it's finally Saturday, and we've completed chapter 1 of Sensible Shoes. You've already responded to the invitation to a journey, and that's where we're at. And what I love in this book is the very, very beginning, the dedication. The author says, "To the ones who have walked with me." I want to thank you, sisters, for walking with me on this journey. I do want to talk to you about staying on the path, doing this slow, doing this intentionally, one chapter at a time. I know many of you have already blazed forward and you know who you are. I'm going to invite you to slow down, come back to chapter 1, read it again. Try to stay in the one chapter a week and go deeper. Don't you see, we are so busy. We've got so many things on our plate. We just blaze on through. It's really hard to go deeper if you do it that way. And so one suggestion is to read the chapter more than once. Another suggestion would be to take a highlighter and what phrase really jumps out at you, and then roll with that through your day. Write it down. So those are a couple of ideas. Talk about these things with your friends. Another thing that struck me this week was the characters, really getting to know the characters, because I took copious notes about them so that I could get them in my head. One thing I noticed is that each of them the author describes their hair in a really, and I'm like, who cares? First of all, that just struck me as odd. So I wrote it down, and then I started to really reflect on it. So Mara, who's the oldest, has short, wavy, dyed hair, reddish brown with copper highlights. Meg, it has thick blonde curls. Hannah has chin length, light brown hair with streaks of silver. And then there's Carissa, who has long, dark hair. So I'm thinking about them and who they are. Mara is overweight and insecure, and Meg is struggling with loss. Hannah, who's the pastor, well, that's my vocation, so of course I probably would identify with her. And then there's Carissa, who is the student, the ever learner. Then I wondered, now who am I identifying with? So to be honest, I've got a little bit of everybody. I'm looking at Mara and I see her overweight and some insecurity. Well, that's me. Meg, she's grieving loss. That's a story of my life. I've got a lot of that. Hannah, her vocation is pastor. Well, I certainly am there. Carissa, with her long dark hair. Wonder what she's got to say to me. I'm paying a closer attention. I do want you to know that what Carissa is told by her professor. Go on this retreat, go to encounter God, or don't go at all. And I was struck by that. Sometimes we don't know when we're going to encounter God. So go, period. Go.